Ex-WNBA coach Teresa Weatherspoon finally opens up about the firing of her head coaching position from the Chicago Sky. And she also wanted to thank Angel Reese for all the support and love that she has shown her. But we'll unpack all that next here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, it's been some time, man, since we heard from our good friend and ex-head coach of the Chicago Sky, Teresa Weatherspoon. Now, we all know Teresa Weatherspoon was let go after her first year of coaching the Chicago Sky. And a lot of people was questioning why was she let go. Now, we would like to say that, Teresa Weatherspoon was hired before, Jeff P got hired as the general manager, to the Chicago Sky. Now, Teresa Weatherspoon did a great job of being that coach, man. Drafting Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. And they did some great things. And if it wasn't for the injuries that played a big part of the Chicago Sky season, Chicago Sky, they would have made the playoffs. Now, Chicago Sky, they finished the season 13-27, right? And toward the end of the season, they lost Angel Reese to a wrist surgery. They also lost Kennedy Carter to a foot problem, and she was in and out of the lineup. But when Kennedy Carter was in the lineup, Chicago Sky was a well-oiled machine. And Teresa Weatherspoon was part of the reason why Kennedy Carter was playing on the Chicago Sky. Now, if you guys go back and look, Kennedy Carter was a late camp invitee, and she made the team. And she paid big dividends. And Teresa Weatherspoon, with her system, she had players buying in, but some of the veterans really didn't buy into Teresa Weatherspoon's system. And you had some jealousy going around because them rookies of Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, they was pretty much dominating. And Angel Reese stands out alone. You know what Angel Reese achieved under Teresa Weatherspoon. And a lot of people, are now saying that Angel Reese is the cornerstone of the Chicago Sky. You got to build around Angel Reese. So at the end of the season, unexpectedly, Teresa Weatherspoon was let go. And we really didn't hear a lot from Teresa Weatherspoon. There was a lot of rumblings on why she got fired, but we never heard from her. Now, Teresa Weatherspoon sat down with Rose Gold Unwude, right? And she had a sit-down interview, and she finally opens up about her time in Chicago and the firing from her head coaching position. So let's take a listen to what Teresa Weatherspoon had to say in her own words. Let's take a listen.
Been for you to get back to coaching at Unrivaled, especially after the surprise in Chicago?
Yeah. Raj, it has been refreshing for me. I think everyone tends to think about what happened in Chicago. I'm the first one to say I was shocked, surprised, hurt. I was all of those things because I didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming at all. So I chose just to be quiet. I chose to be silent. I chose to move in my direction and not anyone else's direction. I chose not to speak the way I was spoken about. I chose not to do that. And there's a reason that I choose to be the way that I am, because that's my peace. And if I decide to be the way that you are, I lose my joy. I lose my peace. I give you consent to take from me. And I don't give consent. So I chose to be silent. I chose to be me, and I chose to move forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, players spoke up for you. Okay.
Thankful.
So you took the high road, and it was Angel Reese who came out publicly, one of the biggest platforms in women's sports, and spoke up for you. What does it mean that you get that kind of support from players? And I also know in New Orleans, everywhere you go, Zion, like players
women's
rock with
sports. Angel Reese.
You know, I haven't spoken about any of this at all. But when you speak about the support that I've been given, the love that has been shown, the mad love that has been shown, and you talk about Angel hitting the platform and speaking up about how it was for me and what our relationship is like, it meant everything. You know, you hear people say it meant the world, it meant everything. I'm looking at you to tell you so you can feel that it meant everything. Because you start to wonder why. What was it? What could it have been? And when you have someone to stand with who she is and uses her platform and stand the way that she did, it meant everything to me, to my career, to what I've worked so hard for just one little thing like that could come in and destroy what you worked for. I think that was one thing that was standing out to me, is my career. I've worked hard. I've worked extremely hard, harder than what anyone could ever imagine, to be in the position that I'm in. I've taken bumps, bruises, hits. You know, I've taken all of that, and I'm still standing. So in my eyes, you got to really hit me hard for me to fall. You got to hit me really hard for me to fall. And I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to break. I'm going to still stand. And when you have someone speaking up for you, the way that Angel came forth, the way that Zion came forth, the way the other players came forth, just the W in general, and all the fans who've known me for all my life,
love and respect,
and especially my family. When they stood, I was fine. There's no way that I wasn't going to stay standing. There's no way. You just find a way to move forward, knowing that when your chance comes, you stand in it. And my chance came here in Unrivaled. And I'm with an incredible team. They are so great at what they do, incredible at what they do. But one thing that I like the most about them is they are still sponges.
Now, you heard what Teresa Weatherspoon had to say. Man, basically, she's letting Jeff P know that you can't break me. And she is thankful for another opportunity with Unrivaled. And that goes to show that Teresa Weatherspoon was really not phased emotionally about the firing. Maybe it kind of shook her up a little bit because, like she said, when she opened up her soliloquy, she was shocked. She was surprised, but she said she didn't want to speak on it because she was not letting that come between her peace. And everything that was being said out there about her in a negative way, she said that was not going to, steal her peace. And she stood 10 toes down until she got the right opportunity to express herself over the firing. And through this Unrivaled league, gave her an opportunity to get back into coaching and to get her back to her joy. And she's real joyful now. And she wanted to thank Angel Reese for all the support and love that she's shown on her platform. And that's major because we know Angel Reese has a tremendous platform. So what Teresa Weatherspoon is basically telling Jeff P, you can't break me. I'm still standing. Y'all remember that? What was that one with old buddy? He was in the Navy movie. What's his name when he said, you can't break me, I'm still standing. That remind me of that piece. I forgot the name of the movie. I forgot the character, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But he said, you can't break me, I'm still standing. That's basically what Teresa Weatherspoon said. You can't break me, I'm still standing. So basically, Teresa Weatherspoon had a stern message for Jeff P and the Chicago Skies organization. You can't break me, I'm still standing. So you guys, let me know what y'all think about today's podcast. I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.